What's up guys, Steve here with another update in regards to the eviction moratorium that was issued by the CDC and should be starting tomorrow. Now this is in response to President Donald Trump's executive memorandum that he issued where he suggested that groups like the CDC consider whether or not evictions could potentially contribute to the spread of the pandemic. Well, the CDC did just that, they found out it does, and then they issued the order. And there's also a couple of details that you need to know if you want to take advantage of this. It's not automatic. So in this video, I'm going to be covering everything that you need to know. And if you like that, if you could do me a quick favor, smash the like button. It'll just take a second. I would appreciate it. YouTube success is pretty much based on interaction. So when you smash the like button and leave comments, it helps me out. Thanks so much. And also, if you'd like to keep getting video updates on anything that's going on right now with unemployment, stimulus packages, executive orders, or any provisions, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that way every time I upload videos, you can stay notified. So I'm going to dive into this, and if you know anybody that is currently in this situation, please share this video with them. I'm going to be going through the actual executive order that came from CDC. Okay, so first, who does this eviction moratorium apply to? Well, this applies to anybody within the United States, and it is for residential properties, not commercial or any other ones, residential. I'm going to cover through the definition from the executive order right now. It says, according to the order, residential property means that any property leased for residential purposes, including a house, a building, mobile home, or land in a mobile home park, or similar dwellings leased for residential purposes, but shall not include any hotels, motels, or any other guest houses rented out for temporary guests or seasonal tenants. So basically, no Airbnbs. Now, according to this executive order, in order for you to be eligible, there are 5 requirements. So we're going to go through that really fast. Number 1, individual has to have done their best efforts to obtain available government assistance or rent or housing. So you're doing that. Number 2, an individual should be making less than $99,000 a year, and a couple $198,000 a year. And if that sounds familiar, it's because it's the same requirements for collecting a stimulus check. So in other words, if you have collected a stimulus check, then you can take advantage of this eviction moratorium. So if you have that documentation for that stimulus check, you need to hold on to that because that is a qualifying document. Number 3, the individual is unable to pay their full rent or make full housing payments due to substantial loss to household income, loss of hours, wages, layoffs, or extraordinary issues out of pocket and medical expenses. So in other words, you're suffering right now due to what's taken place from the pandemic. Number 4, the individual is using their best efforts to make timely partial payments close to the full amount of payments that the individual's circumstance may permit, taking this into account of non-discretionary expenses. So in other words, you're trying your best to make payments, even partial payments if you can. And number 5, the eviction would likely render the individual homeless or force individuals to move in with other people in close quarters. So in other words, this potentially could contribute to spreading the pandemic. So we want to stop that. So that's the whole purpose of this. So you need to have these 5 qualifications in order to be eligible to take advantage of this. Now, how long is this going to last? This is set to go until the end of the year. However, let's just make something very clear, okay? This is not forgiveness. You still owe that rent money. It's just you're not allowed to be evicted until the following year. So this is only a temporary fix. However, come 2021, if we do not see any eviction moratorium passed in the next stimulus package to extend this out, we could be looking at a lot of evictions coming up in the beginning of the new year. Now, just to clarify, this is specifically for if you cannot pay your rent. Keep in mind that landlords still could evict you for other reasons, so you definitely want to be aware of that fact. This is only if you cannot pay your rent due to the pandemic and you have those 5 qualifications that we just went through. Now you might be asking yourself, what if I'm a landlord and I have tenants that are using this moratorium, but I still owe the mortgage? Well, according to this, there's nothing in there for landlords. So if you're a landlord and you're in this situation and you still got to pay that mortgage, my recommendation would be for you to get on the phone with your lender and let them know that this is taking place. Right now, they're supposed to be working with landlords and let them know that you're going to probably need some deference or some forbearance. So this is an opportunity for you to postpone or delay out those payments. So that way, while your tenants are in this situation, you can also not have to come out of your pocket and make those payments as well. So definitely look into that, call your lenders, let them know what's going on. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, this doesn't just apply automatically to you, okay? There's a couple things that you got to do to make sure that you can apply this. So as I mentioned, you got to have those 5 qualifications to be eligible. You have to be in the United States and you have to be with a lease. Now, inside of this document, there is a mock kind of template that you need to use. You need to print this out. You need to put your name on it, sign it. all the adults that are on the lease need to do this, and they need to provide it to the landlord. And so this is your documentation, this is your declaration that you're presenting, so that way you can avoid being evicted during this time. So as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and put a link down in the description below so that way you can have access to the document and you can go ahead and see the template that is provided by the CDC. And you guys, I hope this video was enough information to help you out and make sure that you are prepared if you need to take advantage of this. And also, if you like this information, if you do me a quick favor, again, just smash the like button. It'll just take a second. I would appreciate it. And also, if you'd like to keep getting updates on what's taking place, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that way every time I upload videos, you can stay notified. And also, just a reminder that tonight, there's a group of us that are getting together online via Facebook and Zoom, something positive and encouraging during this time. We're just going to be doing a Bible study. And I just want to extend an invitation to anybody that might be interested. If so, go ahead and check us out on Facebook at teachjesus.app. Also, just wanted to do a shout out for my wife. If you guys are interested in modest women's clothing, she has an online boutique, www.nayaellaboutique.com. Well, you guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it reaches you well. I'll be sure to keep you updated. God bless. This is Steve.